What if I told you that a single color has changed the course of history? That wars have been fought over it, revolutions have risen in its name, and entire civilizations have been shaped by its power. Blue, the color of the deep sea, the boundless sky, and the very fabric of our modern world, was once so rare that only the most powerful could afford it. From ancient pharaohs to rebellious revolutionaries, from sacred paintings to the very first photograph of Earth from space, blue has been at the center of history's greatest moments. Our story begins in Egypt, around 2500 BCE. Artisans labored in workshops, grinding deep blue lapis lazuli into a fine powder. This rare stone, sourced from mines in what is now Afghanistan, was the foundation of Egyptian blue, the world's first synthetic pigment. Pharaohs adorned their tombs, statues, and even the golden mask of Tutankhamun with this celestial hue. To the Egyptians, blue was more than a color. It was divine, representing the heavens and the afterlife. Meanwhile, in Mesopotamia, blue became a symbol of power. The magnificent Ishtar Gate, constructed around 575 BCE, stood as an entrance to the great city of Babylon. Its dazzling blue-glazed bricks, adorned with golden lions and dragons, signified the might of the Babylonian Empire. Travelers from distant lands would have stood in awe of its beauty, forever associating blue with wealth and divinity. Across the sea, blue took on a more fearsome role. The Celts, formidable warriors of ancient Europe, smeared their bodies with woad, a plant-based blue dye, before charging into battle. To the Romans, this made them look like spectral beings, unstoppable, wild, and untamed. This strategic use of blue struck fear into the hearts of Rome's greatest generals. On the other side of the world, blue was becoming the hallmark of fine craftsmanship. During the Tang Dynasty, 618 to 907 CE, Chinese artisans perfected cobalt blue glazes, creating stunning ceramics that would later define the Ming Dynasty's blue and white porcelain. These pieces were so prized that they became luxury exports, coveted by European nobility centuries later. By the Middle Ages, blue had become the color of the divine. The Catholic Church elevated blue by choosing it as the official color of the Virgin Mary's robes. Suddenly, blue was no longer just beautiful. It was holy. The demand for ultramarine, a pigment extracted from lapis lazuli, skyrocketed. In fact, ultramarine was so expensive that artists often had to be funded by wealthy patrons just to afford it. The color was reserved for the most sacred figures in Renaissance masterpieces. But then, science intervened. In 1706, a mistake in a German lab led to the creation of Prussian blue, the first modern synthetic pigment. This changed everything. No longer reserved for the elite, blue became accessible to everyone. It found its way into military uniforms, Japanese woodblock prints, and even the blueprints that shaped the modern world. By the late 18th century, blue was no longer just about beauty. It was about revolution. In America, blue was chosen for the flag to represent vigilance, justice, and perseverance, Meanwhile, in France, revolutionaries donned blue cockades to symbolize their fight against the monarchy. Blue had transformed from a sacred color to one of democracy and defiance. Yet, blue's rise also had a dark side. The world's hunger for indigo dye led to the exploitation of workers, particularly in India. British colonists forced farmers into growing indigo under brutal conditions. But in 1859, the oppressed farmers had enough. They launched the Indigo Revolt, one of the first major uprisings against colonial rule, a rebellion sparked by a single color. At the same time, blue was also revolutionizing fashion. In the 1800s, Levi Strauss introduced denim, dyed with indigo, as durable workwear for miners. Little did he know that he was creating an icon. What started as practical clothing for laborers became a global fashion statement. Today, blue jeans are worn by everyone, from presidents to rock stars. And then, humanity saw blue like never before. In 1968, the Apollo 8 mission captured Earthrise, the first photograph of our planet from space. For the first time, we saw our home not as vast and limitless, but as a small, delicate blue sphere floating in the blackness of space. This image changed everything, igniting the modern environmental movement and reminding us of the preciousness of our world. Blue is everywhere. It is a color that has shaped civilizations, led revolutions, and even redefined how we see our place in the universe. If you enjoyed this journey through the gaps of time, don't forget to like, subscribe, and explore more fascinating stories with us.